Okay, this is the Piney Grove Cemetery. It was here part of the Piney Grove community. It goes all the way up that hill, which was here after the Civil War. Black African American community. And this was just overgrown and destroyed for a long time. As you can see, it's been cleaned up. There's a lot of controversy for a long time with this gated community here. You see all these flag markers marking headstones. That gated community bought the property under the provision they would make this accessible and take care of it, and they did not. And they had to be sued for a very long time. You can see there's some work going on cleaning it up, thankfully. Finally. But it's still obviously a mess. Idell, daughter of Jane Wright, born 1890, died 1910, 20 years old. Stand the flag back up as much as I can. Emily West, 1913, age 74 years. Reverend Samuel Sawyer, 1948. I don't know if you can see, this hillside is full of markers, and I'm sure quite a few lost ones. I can't even read that. Letters are there, but such an angle. And there are a lot of markers like that. This is simply an iron rod. Sure, these depressions are graves unmarked. I know there is a website for this graveyard. I'll put a link to that in the description of the video. Mr. Anoy Kelly's, I believe. Lucinda Bolds died 1888, born 1822. Does get to a point with some of these places, there's so many, can't possibly look at them all. Then you have most of them broken or lost. There's no doubt a grave right there. I don't know. Don't know if you can see it, but there are multiple right there in a row with no markers. You can just tell by the indentation in the grounds. This was Jane Perkins, died, and then you can see how much it has sunk into the ground right there. That is not an inconsiderable sized headstone. Mr. William Smith, 1954. Area lot that don't have the flags anymore, most likely because weather and time take them away. I don't know when they were put here, but they are sun bleached and faded. Sarah Hewitt. Yeah, that's an O. So Sarah Hewitt, 1898. It says 1949 here. Again, possibly Muhammad underneath there. Here. And that section there is where I came in at. We haven't even gone over that yet. Maybe we'll get there. Lots of intentions, sunken areas, unmarked. I try my best to be careful. Mr. Rufus Jones, 1984. It's relatively recent, comparatively, to what I expected. E49, Mr. Lambert Davenport. Hanley, maybe, at the top here. I.L. Lena. I believe this is Lena, Mrs. Lena. Possibly Hanley. Ruby Stafford. Lenora Thomas, 1965. Lonnie Manning, 1981. Oh, again, another unexpected. Jesse Jones Manning, 1991. So that's how recent this was in use 35 years ago. D DEA? DEA? I'm not sure what that stands for. Joshua Thomas, 1987. That one's fallen over. Stubblefield. 1936 is William and Mary, 1935. And that was, it goes right there. Just as an example, this is very much in the middle of Atlanta. Now it is. It was not when it was created, the 1800s. Wow, that must have been a gargantuan marker. Just to give you an example of the size we're talking about. I wonder if these are pieces of it had been toppled. I have no idea what that is. It's full of water now. Perhaps planters, trees, decorations. It has bolts, attachment bolts all the way around. You see there. All the way around the edge. There's another. This is Hanley and Ms. Zell Ivy, perhaps. 1938. This trench in front of me. I don't particularly want to walk down through there. There are multiple markers covered up. That one says 1912. I believe it says 1919 right there. Can't really read that in the sunlight here. In the marble veining. Richard Ginter on 1859, 1916. That's Cox. Very much looks like a soldier. I can see that it says Georgia right there. The rest of it is gone. Oh, wait, okay, 1944. I think this is a little treacherous to be filming. Now that I'm here and I'm thinking about it, considering the size of these trees and the length of time they have been downed, judged by, I am wondering if they were knocked down for the construction of this gated community and just left, or it'd be a horrible thing. That stump right there is that tree on the bottom, and then this other tree is on top of it. Yes, Annie Lou Kimball. I believe that's 1937. All of these pieces, headstones, more obvious in this section. It's been cleaned up, all the leaves taken away. Like this tree here, that is old and rotting. How long's it been there? When did it get knocked down and by what circumstance? See all the small flags back in here? Willie Clemens with demons? Really looks like demons. Born 1885, died 1907. Pull back a little bit. Mother and father. Maria Demons and George Demons. So yes, it is demons. I had 1915, 49 years. 1911, aged 55 years. So yeah, they would have been alive for the Civil War. Means their last name may have been given to them as slaves. But maybe not. Maybe they were free the entire time. Cannot tell. But I doubt it. This is Georgia after all. Let's get around this thing. See all of this, all of these rocks here are headstones. Or markers. No doubt that's markers. Good work on whoever has gone through this section. Somebody's trying to maintain it. Look at that. Alonzo Jones Jr., Georgia private, World War II. Survived the war. Jim Gaither, 1941. Janie Gaither, 1944. I think that's always the situation with these tall ones. They eventually fall. Frank Miller, 1916, age 70 years. But I guess not only the tall ones that always fall. We all fall eventually. Let's see. Ernest Miller, 1997? Is that a zero? So this is 1880, possibly 9. So that was probably 1907. Oh, lots of indentions. As always, areas are full of sunken graves like that, and those two. So always, please be careful where you are stepping if you decide to do this. In this area, I'm not really worried about animals. As you can see, there's a road right there and a gated community all around me. This is still treacherous terrain. Wow, especially run into spots like that. I don't know if you can see how deep that is. It's a couple of feet deep. If you were to trip into something like that, very possibly be an ambulance call. One's broken like that, the top, that always makes me wonder, where is the end? Where is that missing section? What happened to it? How deeply buried is it? And still, that's where I came in. That's where we started. Working our way back to that. Rachel Ann West, 1911, aged 47. Makes me wonder if there are any back in there. There aren't any marks, so this may be the edge. This section is roped off because it is just a cautionary measure. It's just full of pits where the graves have sunken in. Ed Lucas, 1935, age 52. Frank Brown, Private U.S. Army, 1942. It is historic Piney Grove Cemetery. And like I said, I will put a link to the website for the fundraiser. So